I started out by eating my breakfast. Hello, welcome to day 16 of Ramadan. Wow. So welcome to today's vlog. It's around 3 o'clock now, so I'm going to start cooking. I wash the beans and soak the beans and blend the beans and do everything about the moi moi. Let me show you a little bit of that. I'm going to show you the raw unwashed one, and this is the raw unwashed one, and this one is the washed one. So I'm going to add it to the blender. Then I'll add my bell peppers and scotch bonnet to it, add water and blend everything together. I also added my crayfish. Crayfish is optional. If you want it, so if you don't want it, don't add it. Then I'll transfer everything to a bowl. I'll add my seasonings to it. I'll add my palm oil. You can use palm oil or vegetable oil, anyone, or olive oil, anyone you prefer. I also add my pounded garlic to it and my chopped onions and mix everything together. Then I put everything together in a white nylon and tie it. Then I'm going to cook it like that. I'm going to cook it or steam it like that. If you have a steamer, you can also use that to steam the moi moi with it. I poke a hole in each of the nylon and cover it and allow it to boil or cook. So yeah, now about today's menu, we are going to make semovita or semolina, tuwon semovita, that's what we call it. Then miyang kubiwa, that's okra soup, okra draw soup. Then moi moi, then kununzanya, or you can call it tamarind pap or pudding, or anyone you may prefer. Then I don't know anything about any side dishes apart from moi moi, so if I know, I will update you later about that. So come along, I will start cooking now and do other things, so keep up with me and enjoy. Then in a separate plate, I grated my raw okra. I'm using a grater. You can use any grater you want to grate it. You're going to grate it or pound it in a pestle or mortar or blend it, anyone you prefer. Blend it with a little bit of water, but you cut it into smaller size, then blend it with a little bit of water, and that's that. You keep it aside until when you're ready to use it, as you will see very soon. Yeah, I'm about to fade away, 'cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't. Then I'm going to pound my locust beans, that's my spices, ginger powder, and my scotch bonnet and bell peppers. So I'm going to pound my locust beans first, then I'll put it back to the plate. Then I'll pound my bell pepper and scotch bonnet and onions and garlic. I'll pound everything together, as you can see. Then I'm going to boil my yam. I already salted it with salt, and I add it to the fire. Then I move back to making my stock for the miyan kuka or okra soup. I added my meat, my spices, my ginger and locust beans, then my pepper mix, and mix everything. Then I added my stockfish. Stockfish is also optional if you don't want stockfish. I will look for the photo and insert it somewhere. Then I added my red oil. I also added my crayfish. Dried crayfish is also optional. Then I added my seasonings and salt and cover everything so that it will cook faster. I'm using my pressure pot because I want it to cook fast. Then I'll cover everything and allow it to boil until it's done. I want to update you about the side dish. We're doing golden yam. Now I'm about to eat my lunch about 4 o'clock now, so that's real life. That's that. I want to check on the yam is not done, so I cover it. I'll move to chopping my cow skin. This is called pomo or cow skin or ganda. The process of making this to turn into this, a cow skin will be peeled, roasted with fire on a campfire, then will be boiled and turned into this. I will chop it into cubes, then add it to my soup, my soup stock or soup water. I don't know what to call it. Then I'll stir it and allow it to continue cooking for additional 10 minutes. Then I'll add in my kanwa or potash to it. Then I'll whisk it. I'll whisk in my grated okra to the soup, if that makes sense. I'll whisk everything together, then allow it to cook for 2 minutes. It will draw. You can add as much as the okra as you want. Then don't cover it, but allow it just to cook. Open for 2 minutes and turn off the fire. It's done already. I did not allow it to cook because I want to preserve the nutrients. So now I'll move to making my semolina. I'm going to use a whisk and whisk everything together so that I want to avoid lumps. That's why I'm using a whisk. It's another hack for cooking semolina if you don't want to see the lumps inside. If you are gluten free, you can use barley. You can cook barley, overcook it, then whisk everything together until it's mushy, or you can cook brown rice. You overcook the brown rice and mash everything together. That's your tool. That's your swallow. You can use it as a swallow or cassava, or you can use pounded yam also. You can eat pounded yam with this soup if you are gluten free, because semolina contain gluten. So if you don't like on a gluten free diet, you can use other alternatives that I mentioned. I pack my tuwo is done steaming, so I pack everything and cover it and kept it aside. Then also we make the gununzamia. That's that. You can check my previous video for the recipe and steps on how to make it. Then I moved to making my golden yam. I break my eggs, add spices, add seasonings, and whisk everything together. I'll add in the yam in my whisk egg. Then I'll coat it with the egg and add it to the hot oil. Cook it brown on both sides. If it is brown on both sides, then it's done. Then you will strain it, pack it in a plate and serve hot. You cook it golden brown on both sides. Then I show you the final product of the yam and the okra soup. See, everything so beautiful and it looks delicious also. Then I move to removing the feathers of my chicken, defeathering a chicken. I'll add hot water to the chicken, not hot boiling water, just hot water. Then I'll start removing the feathers. I'll remove the big feathers, then I'll slowly start removing the small feathers. After I finish removing everything, then I'll start dissecting the chicken, cutting it into smaller pieces. I remove the esophagus first, the esophagus of the chicken. Then I remove the head. I also remove the chicken wings. Then I remove the chicken lap and feet. I separate everything. Then as you can see what I'm doing, then I also cut the chicken, separate the chicken breast from the chicken stomach, if that makes sense. Then I'll cut everything together. I'll cut each and every piece. You do it like this, then you remove the chicken intestines carefully, because there's something that is bitter in the chicken intestines. You don't want it to burst. That green thing, as you can see, you don't want it to burst because it will spoil the meat. See, it's something green. That's what I was talking about. Then I remove the bottom. That's the bottom of the chicken, the butt of the chicken. Then I'll separate the chicken ribs with the chicken breast. Then I'll cut the chicken breast also into two pieces, into desirable shapes. You can cut it into desirable shape or desirable size you want it to be. I separated the chicken lap from the chicken feet. Then I pack everything together in a bowl. Then I transfer it again into my chopping board. Then I move it to my sink and wash everything and strain it with a strainer. And that's that. I am done with everything. I'll go and take a shower. I'm so exhausted. It's 9:30. So yeah, I'll go and shower and eat my dinner. So I ate my dinner. That's tuwon semolina and miyan kubewa. So I take a shower, I change my clothes, I ate my dinner, I relaxed. Oh my goodness, sorry, today's video was all over the place and was not detailed enough, so sorry for that. If you enjoy watching this video, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.